You got about a minute and a half coming up on about a minute and a half. We'll get into the show. Go ahead and get yourself ready. We're going to go into a meditation this evening. Kind of start that off tonight with a good little thought in meditation. So we'll see you here in about a minute or so. Hello and welcome. My name is Stíofán Séamus, and I'm a spiritual healer and advisor and an intuitive reader. As we live our lives, Spirit guides us to and through life situations that can be difficult to understand. It is up to us to decide if we will follow the path that the Creator has set before us, or ignore all the signs and wonders that the universe has to offer. Sometimes we are presented with a life situation where we need further guidance or healing to get through it. As a spiritual advisor and a master Reiki healer, I connect with Source and channel messages and healing specifically for you and your highest good. Having love life issues? Let's talk and see what Spirit would want you to know about the situation right now. Emotional issues? Maybe you are in need of a Reiki session so that we can channel universal life energy to help you realign. Or maybe you are debating a career move and need to know if now is the time to make that move. Or just, in general, not sure about your career at all. Through our spirit's mutual understanding, we can seek out those answers. So message me now to get in line for your reading today. In light and love, Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. Well. Hello. Yes, if you're returning to watch, I have on headphones so that I can hear what you all hear and make sure that we get the noise volumes right, so the mic volume with the music and everything balanced out just right. Since this is kind of like a one-man show. So, I do thank everyone for hanging in there with us as we're getting through things and trying to make things work out and all this. But I want to make sure that, everything is good for you all. So, I said we was going to start out with a meditation this evening, and that's what we are going to do. And the reason why is because I think that we're finding ourselves in a time where grounding and centering really need to be more of a practice for us. And I know it does for me. And considering that we have the new moon tonight, tonight's the last night for the new moon. I felt it appropriate to go ahead and do that kind of meditation. So, if you will, join me as we go into this time of quiet reflection and solitude to come back to center and come back to So, as we start out, make sure you find a comfortable position. One that is either setting up with the back that is not slouched but is relaxed. And taking in from moment to moment each breath, and just the solidarity of the thoughts that come to mind. Taking a moment to notice the air, the exchange coming in through the nostrils as the warmth or the cool of air, and the relaxing of the breath coming out. Releasing all tensions. And if something may come to mind, an external thought, just place it over to the side. As if to say, in just a minute. And while you're sitting there in quiet reflection, take a good deep breath in. exhale. Releasing all the stress and worries from the day and the week past. And bringing yourself back to center. Bringing yourself to a point of quiet, calm reflection. And while you're breathing, go with me for just a moment. Go with me to a place where you were unable to find peace. Where the stress of it all just finally got to you. And I don't want you to dwell on that, but rather remember how that one moment in time felt. Now, move forward to today. How does it feel today? Does it feel the same? Do you find yourself scared or angry or upset? Or a host of any other emotion that seems to not serve you? Then let's let go. Imagine this time as an item in front of you. And in your mind's eye, pick up that item. Walk it over to a trash can and drop it in. Now, as silly as this sounds, it's a visualization of you letting it go. And how willing are you to let it go? You know, sometimes we hold on to things and they continue to have power over us. And those things or those individuals or those times That's when we need to learn to let it go. Can you let it go? If not in this moment right here, right now, take this practice from this point forward. And use it. Use this moment to reflect on how to let it go. And now we're going to take one more deep breath in. And out. Bring your awareness back to the room, back to the setting. Ready, willing, and able to move into the next part of your day. Thank you. Okay. Oh, let's see. Okay, Czar from Twitch. I do see you. I do have a free option, and that is more than acceptable to do if that is what you would like to have done. So, and you said, will I reach my max goal? Well, first off, I am not a psychic, so we're going to start there. But we can definitely see about what you need to know about your situation. And we'll get right into that. Is this a goal that is just a general life goal, or is this a work related goal? Life-changing goal. Okay. Okay, Czar. I need 3 numbers. The first number I need is between 1 and 16. The second number I need is between 1 and 22. The third number I need is between 1 and 40. So we will see what you need to know about your situation right now. Three, 27, and 13. Okay, the second number can only is between 1 and 22. Okay. Okay. Brandy, if you're still watching, did that help your cards? Okay. And Czar, give me just a moment here. Y'all gonna have to mind the music because apparently it's trying to cut out on me. Okay, so the first card is from the court cards. That's the first deck that we pulled from. And what you pulled up was... Oh, that's terrible. I can't wait to get a new camera so that y'all can see that better. This is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands suggests a person that's impulsive, fiery, and loves a challenge. They're strong and prefers to act rather than dream about taking action or planning. They can be a great manifester and love physical action and can be intuitive. As a situation, it may be time for individual to embrace these qualities to improve their life. The next card, which is from the Major Arcana, is the Moon. This talks about one going back into darkness, but has more control this time. The individual is now ready to face their shadow side. Don't be afraid to allow the tears to fall as needed. Pay attention. Pay extra attention to one's dreams. This is where their unconscious fears are realized. Then the last card, which is from the lower 40 of the Minor Arcana, is the Five of Pentacles. There are obstacles and challenges with finances at this time. One may feel abandoned by the divine, striving with very little results. One may have some financial loss, and it suggests to allow oneself to learn the lesson. This is a difficult period, but it will pass. And it suggests to heed the lessons of looking within. So, let me just try to break this down, a little bit. So I want to start with the Five of Shields, actually. And let's start there. So the thing that jumps out to me about the Five of Shields for this particular situation, Czar, is this financial challenges. And I don't know if that's part of what is going on with your goal. If you've come through financial challenges or whatnot, but this really jumps out to me as a struggle, as a difficulty up to this point. Okay. Then the next card I want to go to is the Moon, and it talking about individual going back into the darkness, but has more control this time. So it looks like that maybe that there was a time that you've had I don't want to say a less than reputable past, because it doesn't really feel like that kind of situation. It feels more like actually that there may have actually been like tension over it. With the Moon, we have the hand coming up out of the lake like this, and that's kind of like that suspenseful moment in the movie where oh gosh, I know what it is I'm trying to relay on that, but it's just not it's like you are kind of watching this from the perspective of the past. You are going into whatever situation you're going into from the perspective of the past. So you're able to see the lurking dangers ahead. And because of that, then we have the Queen of Wands that suggests that you're going to need to rely on this intuitive part of the Queen of Wands really jumps out at me on this, and I'm really feeling that. So you may need to take time to center and re-engage with the divine, to be able to link back into what it is and the direction that you need to go for for meeting your goal. Okay. So also, I don't know, the physical part of this kind of feels relevant as well. Physical. Impulsive fiery lows challenge. Okay, so be aware of the physical challenge. Okay, I don't know what happened. Okay, so, Czar, you didn't get to hear anything, did you? Oh, okay. The last part of the physical. So, so the last part of the physical, I don't know. That something happened. But anyways, no, don't do that either. I feel like that there's gonna be some physical reactions to this, and it's not going to be golly. Yep, I'm talking. Hello. Yep, I'm here. Okay, so the physical part of this isn't going to be like physical, like manual labor. It's more of a like it could be manual labor, but I have a feeling of like it's going to be physical manifestations of psychological and spiritual things. Okay, so like whenever we worry and stuff like that, people that have excessive worry will end up getting stomach ulcers, and so it's going to be that kind of physical manifestation from this, and it's going to kind of like stem from the mental and the psychological stresses. It's not gonna affect you mentally and psychologically like all that much. Like you're not gonna notice it mentally and psychologically as much, but there will probably, from what I can tell, there will probably be some physical effects that will happen that could be signs of mental and psychological effects, or mental and psychological instances, or what have you. I can't come up with what the word is right now, but I'm trying. So I hope that helped and gives you at least some kind of a path to follow for that. So if you haven't yet, I do encourage everyone that is watching to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You find me on YouTube at Guide of the Light. In Facebook, I have put the link in the description. On Twitch, I'll take that into consideration. On Twitch and other places, the link to my YouTube channel is posting through as the stream goes on, so you all can click on that and go over to my YouTube channel and like, share, and subscribe there, as well as on Twitch or Periscope. But do however you want to do. It's not required, but my preferred platform is YouTube. I'll just go ahead and say that right now. And it's not anything against anybody else. Yeah, there we go. There's the YouTube channel popping up there. But yeah, I do ask you that you message on Facebook Messenger to get in line for your reading, but it's not required. It just kind of helps to get a bit of an order going on. And eventually I would like to do the readings over voice, so that we don't have the lag time and all of this. But anyways, I do thank everybody for watching, those that are watching right now and those that will be watching the replay later. But no, the I don't forget what it was. Oh yeah, the meteor shower last night. I didn't get to watch that, and I'm kind of sad. I haven't seen a meteor shower in a long time, and I'm really wanting to get to see one really soon. I would like to see one this year. If I have time to do that, that would be great. Also, I'm going to be seeing about what I can do to add some more stuff with Zodiac. I'm just... The tarot stuff is a lot to take in anyways. And my memorization skills and all that isn't all that great. But I do what I can, just the way that I am. And so, anyways, we do the best we can with what we got. This is Thursday. What a day. What a day. So if there's anybody out there that would like to have a reading, be more than happy to do that for you. You can just go ahead and message me at Stíofán Séamus on Messenger, or you can just drop a message in the chat there, and I'll check up on that. I'm keeping in contact with either or both of them. Messenger is the preferred method of getting in line for your reading. So, if you could, I would much rather you go that direction than through the chat. But eventually I'm going to have to get to where I do the readings by voice over the phone, so that we can kind of speed this up a little bit. Right now I just don't have the traffic for it, which is not a big deal, but we got to get there sometime, and I do kind of I am kind of like trying to manifest it to happen, but at the same time I'm not going to force it to happen. I'm not going to try to sit here and say that this is going to happen in this many days, because personally I respect spirit too much to go like that, and I don't mean to sound like that's like a big no or whatever, but I don't know that. anyways yeah, so Twitch, Periscope, anybody out there that wants to have a reading, go ahead and shout out to me and let me know. Donation and tip menu, I have a reader's special that is free. I do ask for a donation, but it is not required for that reading. Multiple choice is $3. More than two choices is $5. Past, present, future readings are $5. 7-card horseshoe is $10, and 10-card Celtic cross is $15. Any and all proceeds that are brought into the show go directly back to this show and getting new and better equipment to make the viewing and listening experience all that much more pleasant for you. So, anyways, I guess you can say we're running a non-profit or not-for-profit, but it's not a not-for-profit. Anyways, so at the end of the day, he said something about getting some what was the frequency? I need to 432. Nope. For non-licensed 432 hertz. I do thank everyone for watching the stream. If you have a question, I'll get to that in a second. Okay. Beats. Okay. If you have a question, message me on Messenger. At Stíofán Séamus. It's the STIOFANSEAMUS. When I'm ready to do your reading, I will call your name. If you do not reply within 3 minutes, I will move on to the next person. Also, I do ask you to curious. I do ask you to please be respectful for anyone that is getting a reading. If you have been skipped because you walked away, I'm sorry, but I will get to you ASAP. So I do thank you for bearing with us and understanding that, we need to keep the show moving. Hello, Rose from Facebook. So, Rose, I don't know how long that you posted that, but I am not getting messages from Facebook on my consolidated chat. So, Rose, if you would like to head over to YouTube, and you can come over there, and hopefully it'll work there. But, I can always check another source here, I guess, if I have to. Oh, come on. Play nice. Too bad I can't see who all's online. So, yeah. Dead air time. I love it. I love it. I really should try to come up with something to fill in this gap, this airspace. Just not that good at that part. We'll get there eventually. Also, speaking of eventually, we're going to bring on a guest to the show. So, I hope that maybe we can do that sometime. Of course, it is a little cluttered and it is a little cramped. But, we'll do the best that we can. Okay, so I'm going to guess that Rose probably left that a while ago, and I didn't know that. So, hey. And let's see. Lordy. Just kind of going up through here. Okay. So, anyways, I hate having a dead time like this. Y'all gonna have to get somebody up in here. There we go. So yeah, like me on Facebook, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Both of those hit at the same time. That's wonderful. That's just wonderful. Alright, I'm going to turn the lo-fi beats up a little bit here and turn my mic off for the time being. I'm going to throw cards out on the table and just let y'all chill, relax, listen to some music, and look at some pretty cards. J-Dub, hey man, welcome back. My Cash App is your my Cash App is PayPal. It's paypal.me/Guide of the Light. Hello, can you hear me? J-Dub? I guess J-Dub ran away. Oh well. Okay. Well, I got excited there for a moment. I thought I had somebody coming in. Put the intro screen up here for a little bit and let everything kind of settle. See if we get some more people in here and so on. Turn the music up a little bit. Then we'll see about getting into it. If I don't got anybody by I don't know 12:30 or so, so that's about 30 minutes. If I don't have anybody in 30 minutes, I'm going to call it a night. So kick back, relax, listen to the lo-fi beats, and if you're wanting a reading, go ahead and send that message on over, and I am all set and ready to go to do that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is on YouTube at Guide of the Light. Also, go to my Facebook page, Facebook at Guide of the Light. You can also find me on Twitter at Guide of the LIGH, the number one, not the word one, the number one. Don't know why that they did that. That wasn't me. It was Twitter, and I don't know. Anyways, yes, there you go. There you have it. And it's all good. It's all going to be good. Anyways, keep on listening to the lo-fi beats here while we wait on some people to come in, see if we can get some more readings done this evening, this morning, tonight. I don't know. Depending upon where you're at, it could be in the middle of the afternoon for all that I care. Anyways, hit me up. Send me a message on Messenger or in the chat there on your streaming platform, and let me know that you want a reading. And the prices are on the screen there. I do have the Reader's Special that is free. I do ask for a donation, but though it is not required. Then I got the multiple choice is $3. If there are more than 2 choices, then that's $5. If you want a past, present, future reading, that is $5. A 7-card expanded spread is $10, and the 10-card Celtic Cross is $15. And these are low prices, guys. Come on. I mean, you just can't beat it. You can't. I mean, hey. I mean, I guess you could. Yeah, you probably could beat it. There probably is somebody else out there that is for way less, but this is pretty low. This is pretty low. And just so you know, 3 cards usually take about 20 minutes or so. The 7 card takes about 40 minutes or so, and the 10 card takes about an hour. Especially over chat. If we're doing it over voice, it could be a little quicker, but there again, you know, I'm a talker, so I like to talk, and most people are kind of talkers anyways, generally. And so, you know, if we get into conversation, a 20-minute reading could end up being 40 minutes or an hour. But so yeah, that's what that is there. So go ahead and just shout out to me if you'd like to have a reading done, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. There comes some more links there for you to take care of doing that, sending the money to the PayPal account to take care of that, or you can do that through via Messenger, through Facebook Pay, or whatever you want to call it there. Like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yes, most certainly. Okay. So we're going to let you rest here for just a moment while the lo-fi beats keep on rolling on while we wait on some more people to come in, and maybe we'll get another reading or 2 in. For now, this is Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. I do thank each and every one of you for watching. If you do have a question, go ahead and send that over to Messenger. Let me know on Messenger, Facebook Messenger, at Stíofán Séamus. Or you can go ahead and just put that on the chat there in your favorite streaming platform. When I'm ready for your reading, I'll call your name, and if you do not reply within 3 minutes, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to move on so that I can go ahead and keep this moving. Unless you're the only person asking for a reading, then, if this is 10, 20 minutes, unless I say that I'm going to be ending the show, then, you can't really get mad at me for being like, okay, I can't wait any longer. Whatever. So just a quick few things here. In the description on YouTube and Facebook, I have links, links to Amazon. And I'm specifically mentioning this because I know that there are some people that might want to look into what cards that I use, some things that I base some of my own information off of, and so on. And I'm also going to, that's something else I'm going to add to eventually. I'm not going to mention it because I will mention it on the next round. But anyways, so I'm just going to kind of do a quick rundown over those, and I'll tell you right now, I have links to these products in the description on YouTube and Facebook for to go to Amazon to be able to get them. Okay, and so the first one I want to talk about is this one. This is the first deck that I ever had. Okay, my first ever tarot deck. Okay, it is called A Guide to the Celtic Dragon Tarot. Okay, so this is Celtic Dragon Tarot, and it is great, especially if you're starting out. This is the interpretation in this book is only right side up meanings. So if you're just starting out, this is a great book. Okay, this is a great deck to start out with. Very light, very refreshing. Especially if you're into dragons, it's got nice pictures and scenes of dragons and stuff there, and that doesn't, well, it does, but you can't hardly see the dragons on her arm here. But anyways, if you're really into the Celtic theme, that's all good and stuff. I do ask you to like me on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, the link is in the description. Also, right there it is in the chat. Twitch and Periscope, there's the link for you to go to my Facebook to like me, to like my Facebook page, Guide of the Light. Go ahead and do that. Also, that is deck number 1. My favorite deck that I use, I only use 2 decks. I only have 2 decks. I'm thinking about trying to look into getting a 3rd deck, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not quite there yet. I'll just have to see. But the next one, this is my favorite. It's called The Branches of the Celtic Tarot. And that sucker, it's a good one. This is by Christopher Hughes. He is a druid, and he is a chief of the Ainsley Druid Order. or at the time that this was printed, he was. I don't know if he still is. I'm gonna guess he probably is. But I did reach out to him and say that I absolutely love your deck. I use it like practically all the time and stuff. So, anyways, there's a link to that as well. Celtic Tarot, one of my favorite. My favorite deck so far. Aside from the Rider-Waite, but the Rider-Waite is status quo. Everybody kind of likes the Rider-Waite, but I like to be off the wall. Celtic Tarot, it's a good one. Also, Archangel Oracle cards. Information on that. The original author has denounced mysticism, psychic powers, intuitive reading, anything that's helped people over the years that doesn't harm people. She has denounced it, but do with that information whatever you may. For me, I have removed that part of the cards. I still like the Archangel Tarot, or the Archangel Oracle cards. The meanings, the messages, all of it really bring out some extra that really needs to be brought out, in my opinion, anyways. So it's a level of tolerance, you know. I'm not gonna fire at her for her stance and whatnot, but let me just say that the deck. This is the deck. I mean, just the back of the card is pretty cool. But then you got, cards like this. And this is moon cycles. You all can't see this because that camera is crap. I know. I'm sorry. And that camera is crap too. Anyways, the pictures for the archangels are nice as well. But it's got what the card is, and then it's got a short description on here of the card, and so it makes it really easy to start out on oracle cards, to kind of get a feeling of direction and how to read and so on and so forth. This particular deck is quite pricey right now, and it is to my knowledge, because of her renouncing all of this. But anyways, so but I do have it in the link if you want to click on that link and maybe try to find some others somewhere else. If you do find a vendor through Amazon that has them and sells them for cheaper other than what I have found, then let me know, because I'm all about cheap. So I'm all about trying to save people money, and that's why, really, that's why I do what I do on the show, and how I do the show the way that I do it, or the reason why I do the show the way that I do it. It's because look, sometimes we need to have some time to really talk this stuff out and really listen to spirit, and 20 minutes sometimes 20 minutes can't be enough, especially if we really got to dig deep into something. And I tell you, sometimes there is some deep stuff going on in people's lives. So, don't be afraid to reach out. Now, I will say that the prices on the show are quite a bit less than my actual bookings. My bookings are a little bit more, but you're getting a private reading. Okay, you're getting a reading that is just intimately between you and I. We'll sit down. I'll bring my cards. We'll talk, and I'll go through my different things and kind of try to get a feel about what the situation is. Not anything unlike what I do here now, but here in this environment, there are distractions. Okay, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, but at the same time, I got to be thoughtful about that. So, anyways, cards, Archangel deck. Set that there. Okay. Now, I am what people call, I guess really I would align with universal Unitarian Universalist, or something like that. Anyways, I affirm all different belief types. Okay, I do call myself Christo-pagan because I feel like that's kind of where my path is leading me, down this path of giving gratitude for the earth, but in such a way that is also centered around Christianity. Okay, but this is the book is Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner by Scott Cunningham. And this was an eye-opener for me as far as Wicca, because it made me see the similarities between what and how I believe and what and how other beliefs, not just Wicca or pagan or whatever, but beliefs in general, how they believe. And so that opened me up to what do how do I consolidate this? So reading in this book these different thoughts and ideas and stories and poetry and prayers and chants and rituals and stuff, I'm like, man, this speaks. And Scott's more along the line of being respectful to Mother Earth, and that's actually right about on. Anyways, I've enjoyed my journey. That is what this is about. And so as I continue on my journey, I want to be able to sit here and say, I can really fall in line with this or that or whatever. So, whenever I read Scott Cunningham, and just like I said, some of the sheer gentleness that's in this book, I couldn't help but smile. So, but that also, I also have a link to that in the description on YouTube and Facebook, to the Amazon page. So if there's any of those that you would like to have, the Celtic Tarot, and there again, I know y'all can't really see. Get away from the chat screen. I know y'all can't really see these, but I mean, there's a couple that's kind of risque, but I mean, they're good. They're it's just good illustration. I'm not going to say that they're picture quality, but they're most certainly masterpiece quality. They're most certainly, painting quality. Leonardo da Vinci, or whoever, I don't know, Leonardo DiCaprio or Bob Ross. Oh, yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Somebody needs to come up with that. Somebody needs to come up with a Bob Ross tarot. And a happy little tree. Well, y'all, I tell you what, I'm going to move into final thoughts here. It looked like we was going to take off there for a little bit tonight, but I guess not. But I do think all the people that did jump in here and the one that didn't ask for a reading, and I really do hope that works out for them. I don't know what the situation is, but I believe that they were satisfied anyways. Also, like I said, I think we're going to try to look at maybe getting a special guest in here sometime, and maybe doing something like that. I don't know. I haven't really figured that out yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So anyways, final thoughts. We talked in meditation about releasing things that no longer serve us. That was the whole point, was to release these negative tensions and these negative energies that just, they're no longer useful. And it sometimes it takes a lot of doing to get that get to that point. But as time goes on, we see all the things that needs to be done for us in our time. So, as a final thought today, remember those moments where you've felt free from an individual or a situation, and you felt like you could move on. Take that with you and move forward with that. Thanks. I do thank everybody for watching. I do ask you to please be on the lookout for the next live show. Should be tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. If you would like to help to make the viewing and reading experience more enjoyable, you can support me by sending donations to paybell.me/Guide of the Light. Every dollar that I receive will be spent in making the show better, so every dollar counts. Thank you, and I send light and love your way. The cards that I use is Celtic Tarot by Christopher Hughes and Celtic Dragon Tarot by DJ Conway. Intuitive reader Stíofán Séamus, producer Stephen James. Do think the ones that have given are going to give and have nothing to give other than a review and a share. My heart and light goes out to each and every one of you. May the divine bless you all. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also find me on Facebook at Guide of the Light. You can also find me on Twitter at Guide of the LIGH1. That's the number 1. I don't know. It was a Twitter thing. Don't ask me. And also, as always, in light and love, Stíofán Séamus, signing off, Guide of the Light.